Life is a solitary journey. We enter this world alone, we depart from it alone. This is a fundamental truth, often overlooked. We are born into this world separate, and separate we shall leave it. The sooner we embrace this truth, the sooner we can begin to truly live. It is easy to get caught up in the illusion of shared experience. We form relationships, build families, and create communities. All of this gives us a sense of belonging, of shared existence. However, the truth remains. Each of us experiences life through our own unique lens. Our thoughts, our feelings, our perceptions, they are ours alone. The recognition of our inherent solitude should not be a source of fear or despair. Instead, it should be a source of immense liberation. For in this solitude we find true freedom. We are free from the need to conform, free from the expectations of others. We are free to be fully ourselves, without apology or reservation. We often talk about shared experiences. We reminisce about events, believing we experienced them together. But did we? On the surface, yes. We occupied the same space, witnessed the same occurrences, yet beneath the surface, our experiences diverge. Think about a memory you share with someone. You both remember the event, but do your recollections align perfectly? Likely not. Perhaps one of you remembers a detail the other has forgotten. Perhaps your emotional responses to the event differ. This is the illusion of shared experience. This illusion is not inherently negative. It allows us to connect with others, to build bonds based on shared narratives. However, it's crucial to remember the underlying truth. Each of us exists within our own unique reality. Our perceptions are shaped by our past experiences, our beliefs, our individual consciousness. Recognizing this allows us to approach interactions with greater understanding and compassion. Many people fear dying alone. This fear is understandable, yet it is rooted in a misunderstanding of our true nature. We are never truly alone. We are always connected to something far greater than ourselves. This connection transcends our physical form. It is a spiritual connection, an unbreakable bond with the divine. This connection exists regardless of our relationship status, our social circle, or our physical proximity to others. It is a constant presence, always available to us. Therefore, the fear of dying alone is unfounded. Whether surrounded by loved ones or not, we transition from this life in the same way, alone, yet accompanied by the divine. This realization should not be morbid, but comforting. It underscores the eternal nature of our being, the continuity of consciousness beyond the physical realm. If we are alone with our thoughts, it becomes paramount to master our internal dialogue. The mind, left unchecked, can be a chaotic place. It can spiral into negativity, fear, and doubt. However, we have the power to tame this inner chaos. Through mindfulness, we can observe our thoughts without judgment. We can notice when our thoughts turn negative and gently guide them back to a place of peace. This takes practice, but it is a practice that yields profound rewards. As we master our internal dialogue, we cultivate inner peace. This peace is not dependent on external circumstances. It is a state of being, a deep sense of tranquility that arises from within. Every interaction we have is a reflection of our own internal state. When we are filled with love and compassion, we see the world through that lens. Our interactions are kind, compassionate, and understanding. Conversely, when we are filled with anger, resentment, or fear, those emotions color our perceptions. We are more likely to perceive threats, to react with anger or defensiveness. This is why it is so important to cultivate inner peace. By doing so, we not only improve our own well-being, but also the quality of our interactions with others. The people in our lives are like mirrors, reflecting back to us our own internal state. If we find ourselves surrounded by conflict, it is an opportunity to examine our own hearts. What negativity are we holding on to? What wounds need healing? By addressing these internal issues, we can transform our relationships and our experience of the world. Embracing solitude does not mean becoming a hermit. It means recognizing the inherent solitude of our existence and finding empowerment in that truth. When we accept our aloneness, we no longer seek validation from external sources. We become comfortable in our own skin, content with our own company. This inner contentment is incredibly powerful. It frees us from the need to please others, to conform to societal expectations. We are free to pursue our passions, to live life on our own terms. This is not to say that we should shun human connection. Relationships are a beautiful and important part of the human experience. However, when we approach relationships from a place of wholeness, from a place of self-acceptance, they become even richer and more fulfilling. Even as we acknowledge our solitary journey, we can still experience profound love and connection with others. In fact, understanding our inherent solitude can enhance these connections. When we recognize that each person is experiencing life through their own unique lens, we approach interactions with greater empathy and compassion. Love becomes less about possession and more about appreciation. It becomes about cherishing the time we have with loved ones, knowing that our paths will eventually diverge. This perspective does not diminish love, it deepens it. It allows us to love without attachment, to appreciate the present moment without clinging to the past or fearing the future. It allows us to experience love in its purest form, free from neediness or expectation. Throughout our solitary journey, we are never truly alone. We have a constant companion God. This presence is always with us, offering guidance, comfort, and unconditional love. Connecting with this divine presence is a deeply personal experience. It may involve prayer, meditation, spending time in nature, or simply cultivating a sense of gratitude for the gift of life. The details of our spiritual practices are less important than the intention behind them. The key is to cultivate a sense of connection with something greater than ourselves, to tap into the source of love and wisdom that resides within each of us. When we fully embrace our solitude and recognize the ever-present companionship of God, everything in life begins to click into place. We find a sense of peace and contentment that surpasses all understanding. Challenges and difficulties may still arise, but we face them with a newfound strength and resilience. We know that we are not alone in our struggles, that we have access to an infinite well of love and support. This realization is not a destination but a journey. It is a journey of self-discovery, of deepening our connection with ourselves, with others, and with the divine. It is a journey that leads us home to our true nature, to the peace and joy that reside within.